Let's see. I need this to blend. It's not blending super smooth. Let's see. Okay. That should be good. I need to blend it, but I can do that in a moment. And then I'll get to that half later, I guess. Do a second coat here, make sure it's dark enough. I believe I'll give her black gums. Right now she has, they're dark because they're, you know, clay. But I would like them to be darker. So, if you haven't seen me before, hello, I'm Aurora Iceleaf. This is a character from a novel I'm currently writing called Carnal. And if you would like to read that novel when it comes out, please check out and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to Custom Guild Studios. They're the studio I am like releasing my novel through. So yeah, that's cool. Right now I'm making a puppet of my gal, and if you can actually, you can guess what character this is going to be a remake of, because I've made this puppet before. If you can guess what character this is going to be a remake of, I'll give you a shout out. So just comment below what you think the name of this character is. So let's see, this is blending decently well, except kind of, need this. I have a better middle tone. So let's see. There we go. Let's see. That's looking a lot better. Just had to get that middle tone in. Next, I'll go in with some white and work on blending that middle tone to the lighter color that I have as my base. If you guys would like me to rearrange my camera setup to be closer to what I'm doing, I can absolutely do that. So just let me know if you can't see super well, because I can't really tell. I think that's pretty decent. Okay, that works. But let's see, going in with some more white that I'm going to start to blend outward into the lighter color that the makes up this part. Then I'm gonna start taking some of that darker purple and blending it into that white to make it a little more even. Just gonna make it a little more even. And then we'll come up to the next section and we'll go back and revisit everything once it's a little further along. We'll go up to the next section and we'll go in with some white and start to put that around and then start to blend it out into our little middle section. Then we'll take some of that dark purple and start to blend that. I'm not great at blending paint. It's kind of a pain because I can't just color pick the color in between, you know. This is where my weakness. Yara, welcome to the stream. Do you do art of any sort? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I'm, just making sure that mid-tone is evenly blended. So right here, I can like identify spots that don't look super even to me, and then I'll blend them out a touch more. Then I'm gonna get a little more dark purple. Are you using cardboard for it? Yes, this is made purely out of cardboard, except for the horns. Those are tinfoil and foam clay. But the base itself is made out of cardboard. So I make it out of cereal boxes. So the the base is made out of cereal boxes. I think I have Cheerios and Rice Krispies in here, so I mean, you use what you use, and cereal boxes happen to be really, really, really good quality cardboard for puppets. What is it actually? This is a puppet. This is a character from my novel. She's a fairly important role, and I've actually made this character a puppet before, but I am remaking her right now. So if you can guess what character, what puppet of mine I'm remaking, I'll give you a shout out. but she is fairly important to my story, and if you would like to see my story get published, feel free to subscribe and definitely go check out the Custom Guild Studios YouTube channel. That is the studio that will be producing my novel. I highly recommend checking them out. Their stuff is incredibly high quality. And they will actually be producing several shows of their own, as in like animated shows, and other things as well in the next coming couple years. So we're currently working on our very first production, and I think we're all like pretty stinking excited for it. So definitely go check out Custom Guild YouTube and their Patreon for more information on what they're producing. See, the further back the part I'm painting in the mouth, the harder it gets to paint. Because this is getting to a point where it's a little bit difficult to paint. Let's see. Blend that white out. Then I'm going to get that dark purple brought in, make that mid-tone. Then we'll get dark purple again. All on this side. Kind of going along each side individually. So, apologies for the background noise. So let's see, we're gonna come out, bring this white into and because white usually takes several coats to show over a color, I'm only doing one coat so that it does not take away the, it just blends right on in to the color that I have. White is an amazing blending color. Let's see. So we are currently painting the upper jaw of a puppet. So, pretty excited with how this seems to be turning out. Ah, yes, painting the mouth, a part that very few people other than myself will ever see. I could literally just paint the inside of the mouth black and nobody would notice. Are those horns, this right here, are you just talking about this? These are horns, yes, she has 4 sets of horns. I can show her off in a moment. I gotta finish painting this back one, and then I'll show what she is looking like currently. So let me just finish getting this back blended, and then I will show you what she is currently looking like. So let's see. Okay, I think that is fairly well blended. Is it from your novel? Yes, this character is from my novel, and this is actually an original species of mine. So, let me pick her up. This is what she looks like currently. You set her down. Oh, there goes the hot glue gun, but it's fine. It wasn't plugged in. So, here she is currently in all her glory. She has 4 sets of horns, as you can see, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. She has a 3 split jaw, so she's unfortunately incredibly heavy. So she's not the most comfortable puppet to use. I certainly get a wrist workout when I use her, but nope, there goes the pain, but that's fine. So, yep, she's quite heavy. I'm gonna weigh her when I'm done. I still have a ton of feathers to add too. I'll weigh her when I'm done and then post on my channel how much she weighs. But yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous, incredibly heavy, so my wrist gets very sore after a hot minute. So, alright, I'm going to, I believe I will work on this part next, so let me see if I can, because I don't want to hold it open. See if I can reach around the scissors. Those are unfortunately very much in the way. Let me see if I can drop this. There you go, now you'll be able to see where I'm working next. So what I'll be doing, focusing on next, is going to be getting this all blended in back here. So I'll first work on this little chunk. I've got the, what is my age? I'm not going to say my age on mine. Thank you. But let's see. Let me get this blended out. But yeah, sharing your age online is not safe, so please do not do it for any younglings who might be watching currently. It is incredibly unwise to share your age online. It's okay, it's fine, I understand. Yeah, you're all good. So, okay, I've got that white blended in then, and so I'm going to take this dark purple color. And the paints that I'm using are just the 50-cent ones from Walmart. I'm using Royal Violet currently. But I'm going to blend this dark purple into the white. Let's see. Okay, that's looking decent. Next, I'm going to do a good bit of white along this far edge because it's going to be the most difficult for me to reach, I believe. And then I'll go in and I'm going to blend this out. So, get this blending out into the purple, and then I'm going to take this dark purple and blend it into that white that we're using. What is that background sound? We're having flooring fixed right now, so they are fixing our floor, and it happens to be right outside of my bedroom door. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, it's ugly. That blending is incredibly ugly, but luckily it is at the back of the mouth, at the roof of the mouth, where nobody will ever see it. So So next I'm gonna take some white, go along this side. And then this is difficult because I cannot hold the paintbrush that I want the way I want to. And I'm gonna actually take these white strokes and make them a lot longer. So the white will go across. That'll blend well. What time right now? What's the time right now in your country? It's 12, almost 12:30. I am in the United States. So this is blending better on this side, but it's probably because I can reach it better. And then I'm gonna start working on this next side. On the kind of the what's likely going to be the harder part because it's more of a curve. In mine it's 12 a.m. or p.m. It's 12 p.m. here for us. Let's see. Let's need to blend this white in a little more. Oh, that kind of sucks. Let me fix my paintbrushes. Okay. So I'm gonna take some more dark purple and finish blending it closer to the throat. Let's say that actually looks decent. So gotta go. Bye. I need to sleep. Yeah, if it's 12 a.m., you definitely need to sleep. So thank you for joining the stream. So I believe I'm gonna switch over to a darker color now. So let me see here. We're gonna switch to an almost black color for... Well, that was more than I intended, but I guess that's fine. Let me mix this in. I'm gonna make an almost. black, dark purple. But it's not going to be fully black. Okay. So let's see, we'll start going right here. Yes, this is a good color. I'll probably use this for the gums as well. Or no, what are they? The gum flaps. So let's see. This is turning out quite well. I'm quite pleased that I didn't go solid black for this part. Then I have to paint the teeth. That's not going to be fun. I will not enjoy that a ton. How do you make acrylic paint, like able to paint on fabric? Because I don't want it to crack. And this paint is kind of notorious for cracking. But I need to be able to paint this fabric right here. Let me see. After this, I have to make the neck, which I'm not looking forward to a ton, but it has to get done, so I do have to do it, especially because I want to say nearing the end of, like, I'm nearing being finished with the head, so I need to work on the neck. Okay, that's looking pretty good, I think. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna have to just hold it up because I have to get to the back of the throat. And now I have to mix some more paint. So I think I'll just take some of that. Or all of it, I guess. Okay, that works. And see if I can access this side. So I'm gonna take some dark purple and start to blend it right here in this whole little area. And I'm gonna blend it out. So the goal is to get it to blend with what's currently laid down. As you can see, that doesn't blend terribly well, so I'm gonna do one more layer of the purple, and that is far better. It's still not the best, but it's better. So let me see if I can get this laid out. Actually, I'm gonna wait for that layer to dry and then I'll touch on it more. I'm gonna take this dark color that I've mixed and take it across just right here. Make sure that this section is nice and dark how I want it. So let's see. This is blending well. Okay. It's I guess yeah, I can be a little sloppier with my blending because it is the roof of the mouth. I'll have to be a lot more precarious on the bottom jaw. Okay. I have this done then. So next I will be looking at the gums. I need to paint the gums. No. I need to paint the gum flaps. So I need to get that done before anything else. So let me get these painted. I don't know. Can't really see them. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that'll work. This color is working very well for this. Hmm. Gotta be careful. I don't want to accidentally hit the parts that I've already painted. And I just did. Okay. Well, I still don't want to hit the other parts that I've already painted white. So let's see. Oh shoot. It's getting on the base coat already. Oh well. It's a base coat for a reason, isn't it? I think I'll take some more purple. Get some more paint into this section of the palette. And mix some black into that purple. So let's see, I'm working on painting the outside of the gum flaps right now. I don't know if that's, there you go, now you can see. Trying quite hard to not paint anything that's not supposed to be painted, especially the inside of that horn, because goodness gracious, those horns were hard enough to paint. Let's see, and then this bit right here. Okay, that's pretty sweet, I think. It looks decent. Let's see if I can get into that. Inside of this gum, the inside of this. Okay, I might need to switch this around. Oh. Okay, so right now I'm spreading this dark color just all over the inside of the gum flaps. This is really hard to get. Oh, hi, new viewer alert. Hello, hello, welcome to my stream. I'm currently working on a puppet of my character, a character from my novel. And she's a fairly important character. I've made a puppet of her before. I don't think anyone knew that she was from my novel when I made this puppet, but I have made this puppet before. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to know when my novel is out, and also subscribe to the Custom Guild Studios YouTube channel, as they are producing my novel, and my novel will be produced through them, and I'm quite excited about it. Ooh, you're writing a novel? Yes, I am. Are you as well? Are you writing a novel as well? I was working on a novel, but I'm in a fight scene, and I don't know how to write a dragon fight scene. Okay, so my novel is about dragons as well, and I can give you some tips on fight scenes in general if you would like, or I can give you some tips on fight scenes in general, as well as I can give you some tips on how to write dragon-specific fight scenes. So, how to write fight scenes. In general, let's think what a fight is like. It's short, it's quick, it's very abrupt, right? So when you're writing a fight scene, you don't want to use run-on sentences. You don't want to use super lengthy sentences at all. You want to avoid those. Make the sentences short. If you have a comma in there, you can probably find a way to break it off and make that a period instead. So definitely make sentences short when you're writing a fight scene. And make the actions, so if you're describing a dragon slashing his or her claws across another dragon's snout, let's see how I would describe this. I would go something like, I kind of always lean into the senses of whoever's perspective it is. So if they are throwing the slash across the snout, if the main character, the protagonist, whoever's perspective we're in, if they're the one throwing the snout, we're likely going to get a well, I don't know if you're in first or second or third person or whatever, but we're likely gonna get something that is feeling, sound, action type based, right? Like, my claws ripped through the scales above the dragon's lip. Something like that. And so my biggest struggle with fight scenes is showing versus telling. It's easier to tell about a fight than it is to show a fight happening. So definitely work on showing versus telling. But yeah, sensory details are important. What is the dragon feeling in the fight? You don't want to get too sucked into it, but it is important, because it's not just, unless your dragon's a psychopath. Well, yeah, that's kind of how I'm writing. But unless your dragon's a psychopath, you're gonna be leaning into what they're feeling. So it's probably gonna look something like, whether they're feeling pain, fear, anger, like, you know what I mean. I'm not great at explaining things as I am learning quickly. So yeah, that is in general, if it's from the perspective of the attacker or of the dragon on offense. If it's the perspective of the dragon being attacked, or let's say it's from the perspective of the dragon who is getting their snout slashed open, it's usually going to be sound, or sensory details. Once again, you got to remember they've got 5 senses, unless your species of dragon has more. But 5 main physical senses. So they're going to feel blood start to blur their eye. Like, if they got slashed across the eyes, they're going to feel blood blurring their eyes. Their vision's going to get blurred. If they are, because even if we quote unquote don't cry, we do react. And so, like, that's why even if it doesn't hurt someone to get their nose pierced, their eyes instinctively tear up. So if a dragon gets slashed across the snout, it's going to tear up. So it could be that its vision becomes blurred because pain. It could be that it got the eyes, and so blood is blurring its vision. So if you want more writing stuff, I'm trying to articulate my next bit, but if you want more writing stuff, check out my Patreon, and I will definitely be covering writing tips as my novel nears getting published. So let's see. Yeah, I lean into senses. Showing versus telling is one of the hardest bits to cover with a fight scene, because instinctually we want to just tell about the fight. It's what quote unquote is easiest for us when we're trying to write something like that. So it is important to make sure you're leaning away from that, and making sure you're like catching yourself, right? Yeah, showing and telling are key. Short sentences, make sure it's quick. Fight scenes, yeah, they can drag out, but they usually don't. They usually don't drag on forever. So, I could, if you would like, I can read a fight scene from my novel off to you. So, let me know if you'd like me to read a fight scene. I can think of one right now that I could read to you as an example, and you're more than welcome to learn from it. I don't use Patreon. Oh, my Patreon's free. You can get into my Patreon for free. And they're fighting for training, they'll heal afterwards. Okay. So, general world building questions. Do your dragons have preventative measures that they take at all to avoid getting harmed during training? Are your dragons, I don't know anything about this species of dragon that you have. Do they have a way to sheathe their claws? Or are they just avoiding hitting with their claws? Are they using their paws instead? Preventative measures as in either they're wearing, like, when you're, let's see, taking, like, sparring in karate, you're gonna gear up. You're gonna have something to cover your fists. You're gonna have something to protect your body. Like, there's a healing dragon, so they just get patched up as if it's a war wound. So, what I would do, just in general suggestion, you don't have to take it, is I would find a way that they have a preventative measure, whether they're using some sort of protective training armor, or whether they have a way to sheathe their claws, or a way that they just don't hit with their claws. Because that will make the world building, it'll make it just seem a little more immersive if you get to know a little bit, because it'll also show a little bit about this dragon's culture. Is that they train, and they're smart enough to have thought through ways to train. They're smart enough to have gone, we need to be able to fight. How can we learn to fight without harming our own kind? Right? So, but once again, if you would like me to, I can read off a fight scene from my novel to you, and you are more than welcome to learn from it. Oh my god. The dragons are from 2 different planets. Okay. That's really cool. What are the cultures of the different species? Does one have a way that they prevent getting harmed in training, and does the other just go in for it? What are the different cultures? What are the differences? Where do they come from? So really just think through the character. I really like that idea. That's really cool. What is your novel about? One is more futuristic and one is more simpler. Yeah. And that's really cool. As in, one dragon is more advanced and the other is more dragonish, is how I would interpret that. Dragons being kidnapped to a third planet with intelligent species. That's really cool. That is a very unique idea. What is this third species? Is it another dragon? Is it a sort of alien? is this third species, what is its purpose for kidnapping these dragons? Is it trying to learn from them, get information from them? They're a lot like human, except they're more civilized. Their leader is the letter F. He looks like it. Oh my gosh. If you would like, your story intrigues me a lot. If you would like, if you join my Patreon, you can message me in one of the member chats there, and I would love to read through your story if you would like, and I would be more than willing to go ahead and critique that for you if you would like critique or feedback. But your story sounds very interesting. And I mean, dragons. I love dragons. They're testing a freeze ray. Okay, that's cool. That's really neat. Yeah, just in one of the member chats, just message, hey, here's my novel. What's it called? But I will definitely check it out. I'm probably gonna add assets onto the docs, you know what they'll look like better. Or you can make a separate doc, that's what I do. Since my manuscript, you know, I just, I have a different doc for outline details and assets. Do you have a full outline for this story, or are you kind of winging it? Gonna use the tab thing. The kyanite? Kyanite? How would you pronounce this word? Kyanite is how I'm wanting to say it. Kyanite moon. That's a really unique name. It's a very unique title. I like it. It's gonna grab a reader's attention very well. Imagine it in my head. It was based off a dream I had when I was 6. Kyanite. Okay. Based off of where the moon froze everything in its path. That is really cool. Mine, my novel, I kind of came up with it when I was 9. I was kind of just like, I was just drawing dragons, and then I decided like to make up a species, and I did that, and it ended up being the main character of my novel. So she looks very different now than she did when I came up with her. Kyanite, that's really cool. Did you come up with the word kyanite, or where did you get that from? It is a type of crystal. Look it up. Oh, okay, yeah. I love crystals. So, general plot for your book then is there's 3 planets, it sounds like, and aliens or this intelligent being is kidnapping dragons to experiment on them. Am I correct? Or at least mostly correct. I need to wait for this to dry a bit now. Joining the Patreon. Alright, it's in my bio. I will be able to check it out and critique it after this stream, which will likely not go on for a ton longer because I need to let this dry. I'm gonna work on the novel right now. Alright, have fun. Definitely just drop the link of that into, how many words are you, or chapters in are you on your novel? So if you don't mind, could be online friends. I don't really have online friends, but we can definitely, like, I've never really done online friends simply for online safety reasons. But you are more than welcome to stick around and we'll see each other around. But, you know, you are all good, don't worry. Let me get this back so we can see the teeth. Your real name isn't. Yeah, okay. Figured. Yeah, I'll peek at that after the stream. I'm probably gonna end this here real quick because I need to let this dry for a little bit. And I do need to sit down and write so I can look over your novel while, before I do that. But yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I will be within contact on Patreon through the chat. So yeah, that's cool. I'll check out your novel. Do you like Little Nightmares? I don't know what that means, but I don't like nightmares at all, so they're not fun. But okay. I will catch you all later. Thank you all so much for joining this stream. Mamcrat, I will check out your novel here in a little bit. So, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I forgot to join Custom Guild Studios. I thought it was just a random studio. Nope, that is my boyfriend's studio, actually, that he is starting up. So, that is what my novel will be published through. So, but, yeah. Alright, I will, yeah, just check out Custom Guild. It's linked in their YouTube channel is linked in my bio as well. And I've also done several collaborative videos with them, so you should be able to find them through that. But they also have a Patreon that you can join for completely free. So, yeah. It's a video game, alright. But, alright. I will catch you all later, and Mamcat, I will check out your novel here in a little bit. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.